Y'all heard this saying, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. I don't live by that. Probably whoever said that was a political mastermind. And obviously, it's one of the stupidest things to tell an average person. An average person isn't constantly dealing in a fucking political thriller. You're not in fucking Game of Thrones. You're not trying to take over nations and shit. You're not out here like, unless you're like a fucking business mogul that's constantly trying to fight and take over businesses and do mergers and acquisitions and all this fucking crazy ass shit. Everyday fucking people like us do not need to live in so much traumatic, fucking turbulent, fucking dramatic. It's not a goddamn novella. Like, we don't need this bullshit. And you shouldn't live with it, right? Unless that's your world. And if you're not a lawyer or some kind of like crazy mastermind in a Machiavellian motherfucker that's trying to take over the world, you do not need to live by this shit. Why would you want to spend so much time giving attention to your enemies? Keeping them close to you. Why would you want to feel toxic? Like, it's like poison. You like being around your fucking enemies all the time, thinking about them? And we do this. We do this on a level where we do it to celebrities we hate. We do it to people that represent, what we're against, political figures, whatever it is. We spend a lot of time. If we had a fucking timer, and every time we started thinking about these celebrities and politicians and whoever we hate, like, ooh, I hate you, Trump, think. And then you turn on the timer and you start going on your fucking rant and you realize how much time you just spent on ranting to yourself, fighting and debating in your own mind. You would start to hate yourself. And this is the thing that I want you to do, start removing what we do here. And on all certain levels, because I think where we do this the most is people around us that are close, right? So I want you to go ahead and write down who your enemies are. Your frenemies or your enemies, right? That fucking bitch Jenny. Oh, I hate you, you fucking bitch. Write down her name or whatever. And all these people that just get on your freaking nerves and why you shouldn't be spending time with them anymore. Or you have to because it's your best friend's friend. And every time that bitch Jenny has to come. Oh my God, Jenny's coming to our Vegas trip. I fucking hate that bitch. Why she gotta come, right? Or whatever it is. I think we have all these feelings of there's just people in the world that just rubs us the wrong way. We just wish they didn't exist around us, but we're going to have to dealing with them. It's like we have family, we have certain people in our family that rub us the wrong way, and we got to figure out how to spend the least amount of time in this space. Why? Because you got bigger shit to think about. I'd rather be thinking about my mud huts. You'd rather be thinking about your future mansion and that 20 dogs you're going to have. You'd rather be spending time on the good shit, the things that make you feel good. That's where I want you to get your mind on, is I want you to think on big picture shit, things that's going to propel you to the future, get you out of this state where you're trapping yourself because you fucking hate the people around you. And we all do this. And this is how you do it. Write down all your enemies and frenemies, right? And for every single one, I want you to write to yourself. Now, I know this is going to be hard. Why you shouldn't think about them. Why you shouldn't associate with them. And if you have to, keep it to a minimum. And what you're going to do next time to let it go. Because what we end up doing is go, next time, I'm going to tell that bitch off. Next time, when I see that bitch, this is what I'm going to say. Oh, she fucking got under my skin. Oh, man, he's always talking shit about my car. Fuck that guy. Next time, I'm going to show him. I'm going to get a new car. I'm going to show that fucker. And I'll be like, hey, Jose, you see what I got now? Man, you got to stop doing that shit. Because why? You're spending way too much time trying to get approval from haters. Trying to prove to somebody why. Who the fuck cares about them? You're trying to save the world right now. You don't have time for these motherfuckers, right? Right now, you're trying to go fishing with your uncle and ride a Jeep through the Sahara Desert. So you don't give a fuck about them, right? You're going to travel to every single country in the whole entire world. You got to think about big picture shit. And if you're out here on the bottom, thinking about low-level things with low-level people, you're going to be stuck in that world, and I want you out of there, and I want you to be up here with the gods and the celebrities and the motherfucking people that make their dreams come true. So, write those down, why you're not going to do it. And you better make this promise to yourself and catch yourself and let it go, move on, and tell yourself if you spend time, the more time you spend on them, the less time you spend on you. And I want you to stop spending time on people that don't even matter.